Hello and thanks for tuning in. My name's Rob Tart. This is my cow Fluffy, and you're watching Pie's Perspective. Alright Fluffy, it's go time. A 19-year-old Mexican woman named Estibaliz Chavez decided to go on a hunger strike. Was it to save the whales? No. Was it to fight world hunger? No. Was it to get invited to the royal wedding? Yes. Miss Chavez camped out in front of the British Embassy in Mexico back in February. Now, she refused to eat despite being told by officials that she was fasting in vain. She lost 17 pounds while she was fasting, and she spent her free time painting a portrait of the soon-to-be married royal couple. Unfortunately for her, the embassy refused to deliver her portrait. The woman was quoted as saying that she was a big fan of Lady Di, and that she had promised herself that she would go to the royal wedding. Well, her wish has been granted thanks to an anonymous benefactor. She has since been flown to London for the wedding. I can think of all kinds of ways to get invited to a wedding. Usually you get invited to a wedding because you're either part of the family or you're a friend. Now, I know when my wife and I planned out our wedding, fasting strangers did not make it on our list. Now, maybe she thought that it was just a good way to show that she's a big fan of the royals, but to me it doesn't exactly scream I'm a big fan. I think it leads more towards I'm a mentally disturbed big fan. Now, I can see why the embassy didn't respond. I mean, if she's willing to go on a hunger strike just to get invited to the royal wedding, well, let's just say I don't want to see what she comes up with when she tries to get into the church. I can see her calling all around London wondering where she can rent an altar boy uniform. Now, I imagine she isn't invited to the reception, well, at least till she threatens to set herself on fire. Now, I know it's really awkward, but sometimes you just got to tell people, look, I'm sorry, you're not invited. I think the royal couple should have just made up an excuse like, we want to keep the wedding small and intimate. Think of some other ways that will not work when trying to get invited to a wedding. Leave a comment below. Anyway, that's all I have for this week. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, it's not necessarily right or wrong, it's just my perspective. Fluffy, are you sure you packed this parachute correctly? Fluffy, are you okay? Oh, thank bovine for that. Miss Chavez can't... She refused to eat despite... to deliver her... painting. to an anonymous... I can see her calling all around... I think the royal wedding should have just made... Alright, who wants ice cream? We have the thumbs up-sicle, the subscribe-sicle, the 3-flavor fave-sicle, and the comment on a stick. Please help yourself to anything you like.